Okay, so this is a part of the process that either we could do it before jumping into the 3D scene or on the 3D scene. This is where we are pushing, where we are exploring the golden poses, where we are trying to really strike the mojo and to really feel each of the golden poses separately and try to take them to the next level. We're not following what we actually have in the video reference. We're not doing that. We're just actually using this as a reference and try to stop bit by bit, golden pose by golden pose, and see what we can get out of them and vary. I mean, this is like the source. It's like the very beginning of our shot, right? It's like it's the very beginning of each pose. Is what it starts from a more realistic perspective. Now we have to stylize it, to push them, or some people would say to exaggerate them. To me, it's just a process that is basically to make it fun, to really make it look good and appealing, to make it look as an animation character, right? So depending on what is your favorite way of working, if you draw or not, or if you like to straight go to the 3D scene, you could do this process straight into the 3D character. Myself, I'm more like a traditional guy. I really like drawing and planning all my shot, if I can, on paper. Well, on tablet first, before anything else. So that's why I'm gonna be doing and exploring each pose or each golden pose before jumping actually into the 3D. So I also like that because when it comes to the time to do the 3D, I will have like a new opportunity to feel the things, so feel the pose again, to maybe do some variations. Most probably because whatever I do here is not gonna be possible to do it in the 3D because 2D is 2D. There are some certain aspects of or creative aspects and techniques that you can do in 2D, but you cannot do it in 3D, right? So it's okay, things will change, but it's fine. Another thing that I should say is that this shot is very, very long, right? Like 1400 frames. That's way too long. So definitely this is a process that I'm gonna be doing. I'm gonna be kind of like jumping from 2D to 3D a little bit, because I don't want to do this whole planning of the 2D poses in one time, where I'm gonna get too tired. I put like a lot of attention to making this process fun, and I know that if I stay in the same kind of process for too long, I'm gonna get bored or pressured, and I'm gonna feel the stress. And so I like to just explore and maybe do like a few amount of these golden poses and then jump into the blocking process itself. So this is a process that is very repetitive. I'm gonna just be doing with you here the first couple of golden poses, or maybe only just the first one, because this usually takes a little bit of time. So you can imagine that this is a process that I'm gonna be doing over and over again, right? The goal of this is to come out with some thumbnails or 2D images that represents these golden poses that I have here, right? Oops. These golden poses that I have here, right? So let's jump and do this. Okay, so if I go to the first bit, is this one? Very straightforward. Something that I really like to got my attention when I was selecting this clip from my video reference. I mean, before even doing the defining the bits itself, was this kind of gesture. So that's something that I really like to find and try to get into toy. That feeling again. Let me see, how can I tell you this? Kind of also with a feeling of how important I am thinking about it. So, okay, mortals. How can I tell you this? So something is more like that. So I try to, now that I got idea, I know where I'm going more or less. I don't really want to copy this. So what I do is I feel it in my body. I feel what is happening. I can see that everything is going a little here. I feel that elongation in the neck, and my mouth is going up. So I'm gonna try to do some quick sketches and see how is it going, and I'll get back to you. Okay, so this is more or less what I got. First, exploring this first golden pose. Was trying to get into that kind of feeling of self-importance and thinking, trying to find that also, that beauty, that appeal in both of those poses. So I got these two, which more or less I'm satisfied with. And I try to really not spend a lot of time, because what really is gonna take a lot of time is gonna be the 3D. But I think it's a good start to, you know, it feels like good if I look at this pose and so it feels like more or less we're going in the right direction. So I'm gonna be doing the same process within next few golden poses. As I said, I don't want to do the whole thing because otherwise it's gonna be too overwhelming for me. But you got the drill. Either you can do this process of pushing or taking it deeper, these poses, these golden poses, whatever you want to call this part of the process, either in 2D or in 3D. So yeah, let's continue doing this process with all the golden poses. Ideally, in a shorter shot, I would do this process just in one time. Usually a shot could be like an average shot is around like 100 frames or 200 frames more or less. So you could do this process of exploring, deepening the poses in one time before starting the 3D. But since this is a very long shot, I'm gonna do it little by little, take it as if we would be doing like a different shots. So yeah, let's see how it goes.